Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be applications you can apply to your life and a little more in depth about the chapter. We are in 1 Kings chapter 2, verses 1 through 46. Now, David stressed the importance of making God the center of your life and the center of the government as he was to preserve his kingdom. Now, God had told David that he would keep his seed on the throne of God forever, as long as the children walked in the way of the Lord their God. Now, God did keep this end of his deal. Jesus Christ is in the bloodline of David, and one day, when the timing is right, Jesus will come back and he will rule over all of the world. And David had gave his son some good advice of making sure that he would follow God and listen to God's word and stay within his commandments. And David had also told Solomon to be sure to deal with Joab and Simeon, because Solomon was a wise man. He did deal with both of them in two different ways. Now, Adonijah, his brother, had asked for a wife. Now, this may seem innocent enough, but the woman that he had asked for to be his wife was a part of David's concubine or a part of his wife's. Now, in order to sleep with the king's wife or even his concubines, would be laying claim to the throne. This is what Absalom had done when he slept with King David's concubine, and that's in 2 Samuel 16:20 through 23. So Solomon understood what his brother was asking and what he was trying to claim. So therefore, the blood was upon his own brother because he threatened to take his kingdom. And then, of course, we see that Solomon had either killed all the people that had caused affliction for him or for his dad, or he had cast them out. And then this way he didn't have to deal with it. Joab, on the other hand, he was wanting to be influenced by the position, by recognizing, by authority, and he was willing to do this at all cost. And we see that when he killed the other two captains that David had placed in position, and Joab killed them so that he could stay the main captain over the armies. And so we have to be very careful about our motive of the people that we hang out with, the leadership that we follow, our peers that are our friends. We have to be very careful about the ones that we are involved in. Now, Solomon was very quick to put these executions into play so that his kingdom would not be threatened in the future and that he would have a stable kingdom. And in life, we may have to tie up some loose ends, just like Solomon had did for his father David. He tied up those last loose ends of these young men. Now, in our life, if we don't tie up the loose ends, our children are going to have to deal with that. So if we run up a bunch of debt and we don't pay it off, our children are going to have to deal with that. Or they're going to lose the home that maybe they had hoped to inherit. If there are issues that we have created with another family line, then our children are going to have to deal with that if we have not brought that situation to peace, if we have not confronted it and come up with a good solution. So we are to try to live in peace with everyone that we come in contact with. And we are to live life that depends upon God's mercy, and we need to teach that to our children so that they can be blessed. May God be with you in everything and in every way.